Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to describe about higher order functions and uh, different types of functions which belong to higher order functions. I'll show it by some programs. So there are different types of higher order functions in Scala, like anonymous function. Uh, there is a concept of function calling and uh, passing functions as argument of another function composition, uh, so and nested functions, etc. So I'll show you programs from each and every sections. Let me do one thing. I'll write one program which will explain each and every part of higher order functions in Scala. So let's make a Scala object. Let it be the function. Let it be test. Okay. So my program will start from main. So first of all, I'll call a function as a parameter. Say let's say 25 comma multiply by 2. So here the multiply by 2 is another function. I am passing a function as parameter. So I'll have to do one thing. I'll have to make a function here. Function as param. Do it first. Then another function multiply by 2. Yes. I'll give one input to this function and it will return int type. Now just make it a into 2. Yes. Now inside this, what I'll do, I'll according to the main function, I'll have to pass an integer type of data, and another is a function which will return let's make it any type, and yes. So basically I'll print something over here, plain passing a function as parameter in a function and I'll provide the input to this function. Yes. Now just try to understand this. Now here here I'm taking the input of integer type and returning any type of data. Here here if you sorry, I have not told you that about anonymous function. What is anonymous function? Anonymous function is a function that has no name but it works as a function. Now here this can be an anonymous function which doesn't have a function body and it doesn't have a name but it works as a function. You can create an anonymous function by either using rocket operator, this is a rocket operator, or by using underscore. I also give you an example of function, anonymous function. Okay, let me first show you the example of anonymous function. So let's say after then I'll come to this part. Okay. Anonymous function def anonymous uh, I use both the rocket operator and underscore for creating an anonymous function. So first let's start with rocket operator, and let's take two input like integer and base also integer. Now this anonymous function will take two input of integer type, and what it will do, it will return the addition of both the inputs. Okay, now try with the underscore result underscore. Now we can also access this by using underscore. So in case of this underscore, we can write it like this: integer plus underscore integer. Now you can directly return the addition of that input. Now this is an anonymous function input, this is the anonymous function input. So both the inputs will be added and the result will be stored to the declared variable. Yes, so let me call this um, I'm calling this inside. Suppose I have to print the value of anonymous function by using both operators. Anonymous function anonymous function by using rocket operator, by using rocket or result rocket, and I'm giving two inputs to this, 10 and 20. The same thing function using underscore. Now let's make it 20 and 30. Now I'll just pass function anonymous, sorry, why this, sorry, function anonymous. Yes, now anonymous function. So here you can have some idea about what is anonymous function. That's what I have used here. So uh, this function will take an integer type of data like this, and it will return any type of data, and it will do operation that will return any type of data. So as expected, I am here I have put 25, and this value will be passed to here, and here it will become 25. Now I'm taking the function as parameter here. So what it will do now, this function will operate on a data which is of integer type, which is coming as input here, and it will be passed here like 25. Now this, as this is called here, now 25 will come inside this, and as expected it should be multiplied by 2. So our answer should become 50. So let's see this. Now passing function as parameter in a function, it comes 50 as expected. Now in this anonymous function, by using rocket operator, we perform some addition operation here and printing that value, and it is 10 plus 20 equal to 30. Yes, we got it. 20 plus 30 equal to 50, and also we got it. So next thing, so these are some of the concepts. Now I'll go to different concept like function calling. Now function calling is a technique of transferring of a function that takes multiple arguments, and it makes into a function that takes a single argument. So it's basically a concept of reducing it. When I'll show you the practical example, you'll get some idea. So uh, let's make a program, make a variable like what? Let's say function fun current single argument. Function current. Let's see how I can make it. Let's say I'll make the name as function current add. So int, and B is also having int. Sorry. Let's say we have 10 here, and we have int, and it will return in type of data a plus b. Now, in the function calling concept, what I'll do, I'll make another variable result of function calling, and I'll pass the function carrying single argument fun carrying single argument, and I'll pass another variable. Now I'll print println function carrying result function carrying. Yes. Now just try to understand. So what I did, I took, as I've told you, that function carrying is the technique of transforming a function that takes multiple arguments into a function that takes a single argument. So here I have taken single argument here like 10, and I created a variable function carrying single argument, and I create another variable and I pass that function carrying single argument and passed some argument 5. So in function carrying argument, function carrying add function, I made two inputs, A and B, and uh, here I have performed the addition operation. Here you can see I have taken just one value for a function add, it's 10, and once again before printing the final result I put the value of another parameter in the result of the previous parameter, and I should get the result. Now let's say yes, you can see function carrying is 15. I'm getting the result as 15, which is expected, and I got that. So that was the thing. Now I have covered anonymous function as a parameter, function carrying. Now let's come to another concept, uh, function composition. Let's say um, first of all, let me make a function first. Function composition, and a plus let's a 10. Now how to call? Let's say make a variable result composition, function composition, and let's multi sorry multi let's say 10. Function composition multiplied by 2. I think this was multiplied by 2. Yes. Now this has become function composition function composition So I'll print the result of the function composition. Println the function composition add, so result composition. Yes. Now let's see what is the answer. Yes, you can say you can see here you got 30. How I have put the input of multiply by 2 as 10, and what it does, it multiplies the input by 2, so it becomes 20. And in function composition add, I have put the result of my multiply by 2, that is 20. Now it is added to 10, and the final result I got is 30. So this was a composition, function composition. Now I'll show the nested function, how it work. Okay, so first of all, let me make the function nested a int, then b int, then let's say c, the type is integer. Now the return type as integer. So in as the name suggests, it is a nested function, means the one function another in another function. So this is the inner function which takes the value of two variable, that is, let's say, x and y, and it also returns integer type. Say it is adding this x and y. Now I'll have to pass the value of x and y. So how I'll pass it? I'll just simply call the inner function, and I'll pass uh, a value for value a. I'll have to perform the addition of all the input given in fun nested add. So what I can do here, I can simply pass the function name here, fun nested inner function, I guess, inner function, and I'll input the value of b and c here. Now the value for b and c will be the value for x and y. Okay, just mouse. Yes. Now I'll call it from main. Let's make a variable her result nested. Guys, I'm making it so simple that you can learn it easily. So I'm doing it step by step. I'm putting the input for nested add, this 10, 20, let's say 30. So my expected result should be 10, 20, 30 equal to 60. Nested function. Let's say I'm getting the exact output or not. So nested function add. Alright, so nested. So I'm supposed to get a answer 60. Let's see the output is 60 or not. Yes, I'm getting the output as 60. And next thing, what's next? Let's come to another concept, that is, you might have heard about varargs in mm, Java. So in Scala they also have the type of concept, vararg type of concept, where you have variable length of a data, variable length of input, and you can perform some output. Um, let's say make a function def font variable length, yes, and I'm putting in integer type of data respective of the number, and to return integer type of data. So I'll whatever the number of variable input that will be given to this function, it is irrespectively do the addition of each and every number given to it. So for I is sum I, and it will return sum. What happens? Oh, sorry, I have put it args. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I thought I have given arguments here. These are the arguments. So let's say for result variable length equal to find variable length. Uh, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the function with variable length. So I'll print the value of that. Function variable length sum. It's a variable length. Now I'm supposed to get the answer as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. I think equal to 45. Yes, it will get 45. Yes, I'm getting 45. Now you can see if I reduce some variable, it will also work. It is irrespective of the number of inputs. Yes, I got it 15. So these are all about higher order functions in Scala. So you can have this type of different operations you can perform in Scala. So which makes our task very easy. So that's the main advantage of Scala. So that's all about higher order functions. Thanks for watching.